Harry, you Wally. Right, we're gonna stay. Harry! Oh, flipping it. Okay, bit of a weird one this morning. So I'm expecting a delivery, which I didn't order, but was offered to me by someone who follows me on YouTube. A chap called Chris. I've met him before actually, and he messaged me a day about, or a while ago, about coming down to see us with the kids, and he's got something he wants to bring us. It's like, okay. Oh, nice to see you, Chris. Anyway, he's then sent me some photos. He's got a topper for me. The sort of thing that goes on the back of a tractor and you tow behind in it. Chops grass and rubbish, you know, in the field if you've got thistles and things like that, rough grass you want to get rid of. It's a very useful bit of kit actually. It's something that I've been thinking of getting for a while, but just hadn't got round to getting. And he told me he's got one that is just sitting there not doing anything. He's about 30 years old, I think belonged to his grandfather. He just said, oh, you know, would you like it? And it's like, yeah, yes please, that'd be quite useful actually. So I'm going to see him when he arrives. It's very generous of him. I will sort him out with something. And also, you know, it's long-term loan really, rather than a... Hello Harry, alright, rather than a keepsy. So Harry, you waiting to see this topper as well?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see when he gets here. Don't know whether he wants to be on video, I haven't asked him yet. Well, if you're watching this, it means yes, he has agreed to be on video. If you don't see this, well, you won't know. Alright?
Yeah.
Look at this. Topper. Family man Chris here and his kids. We're going to have a chat with him in a minute. He's just turned up with this. We just had a little chat just now. But I'm going to have a chat with Chris. So Chris, we met before, haven't you?
Have, yes.
And your kids have grown up quite a bit since last time I saw them. Yeah. You watch me on YouTube, I guess, do you?
I'm an avid fan.
What's your background then? You got a bit of farming.
My uncle's a farmer.
Yeah.
It was my granddad's farm. My uncle's got
Right.
it. I still do bits on the farm at weekends and that. I don't do it full time, but weekends and harvest. I do all the haymaking and stuff with them.
Oh, you're still a hands-on guy then?
Yeah. So and then this topper, it's been on the farm for 30 years.
That's it.
I've maintained it, kept it going, but as the farm is now changing because of the new scheme of it can only get topped only so many times a year now. This is just can't cope with it, and we've gone to flail mowers. Right. So it's a topper so that you can make use of.
I mean, unbelievably, Chris, it's very kind of you to bring this. Ooh, I get a bit choked up. Because I will use this. I mean, it's something that I've talked about buying a topper for a while, you know? You've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I've used the mower for topping before, and on the common I use the hedge trimmer, which isn't really suitable for that. But this would be just the job. For the amount of topping I need to do.
And I thought it'd be absolutely ideal for you, especially if you want it behind your little old tractor as well.
Well, that's right. So, I mean, you've done work on this before, haven't you?
Yes, I've done, to say, originally it would have had wooden slat panels.
Really?
But I've done away with them.
Yeah.
And an old diesel tank. Made all the
you made the panels. I was going to say, it looks pretty solid.
Yes.
Well, that's the secret, isn't it? Recycle stuff on a farm, isn't it?
It is.
Because if you've got to buy the steel, it's quite expensive, isn't it?
But say that was an old diesel tank when they'd done away with the diesel tanks.
Really?
For the old plastic tanks. Surplus. So
brilliant idea. I know what you mean. Cut them down. The steel's thick and good, isn't it? And you've got some bits and pieces here, I noticed.
Yes, spare gearbox.
So you've stripped it. Have you done a bit of work on these before, have you?
They're all ready to go. That one there is it's all been rebearing.
No way.
So it's got a spare box to go on, and you've got a spare spindle for the other blades. Got spare blades.
Crikey.
All sharpened.
Yeah.
So yeah,
fair play to you. So we just got to lift off with the tractor. Will you speak to your kids a minute? They're in the background. So last time I met you guys, you were about that high. You've grown a bit more. So introduce me, Chris.
This is Lewis, my eldest.
Hello, mate.
This is
all right.
This is Owen, and our friend, their friend Adam.
All right, it's your mate, is it?
Yeah.
So you're down for a little day out then?
Yeah. So how old are you guys now then?
15.
You're 50.
I'm 11.
You're 11.
And I'm 12.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you like farming?
Yeah.
You get your hands dirty? Does your dad train you up, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
No?
like farming.
Do you?
Yeah.
And we got Hazza here. He's my he's my farm manager.
Yeah, manager, yeah. So are you impressed, farm manager?
You happy?
What you want it to do?
You were quite excited about this, weren't you? Because he's been looking it up and working out what it is and everything.
Yeah.
So is it pretty straightforward? Because I haven't used one before.
So when you get it off, I'll lift the covers up and then I can run through of how to set the belts up and things.
Yeah.
It's a little Meccano.
It
really is simple.
Is
and
it?
I thought
that's what you need.
That's what I mean. It's an easy maintenance thing to do.
Is it?
So
well, that's good.
You can't get anything any more basic, really.
No, I'm just thinking I'm going to lift it.
I've got 2 straps, one underneath, and if you bring your bucket over, I'll strap it to the bucket, because that's how we've done it.
Fair play.
It up at the farm
what we'll
market.
do though is I'm going to take it along, because I'm going to stick it along the track there, so we have to go across in the field a bit of a distance before we take it off. Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So we strap it up and then we'll go. All right.
Yeah, no
Brilliant.
problem. You know, it's my passion really, but as I say, around our way now they've all disappeared.
So wet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Well, really, you might be talking through it. It's not too complicated, I'm sure. So that's just a normal.
Yeah. So what you do is have that when it's in work mode. Have him slack like that, because then it'll go over your ridge and furrows. Yeah. So you don't need that tight when it's down on the floor. So basically, when that's on the tractor and you got it down, nice and loose like that. And here's your belt.
Ah, it's just a big belt then.
Yeah, big belt.
Right, fair play.
So, and then you got your spacers. So when you put but I never bother with them.
What are they?
In the box up there, some space, but I didn't bother. Yeah. What I tend to do is, you've got a blade on there, so you knock the blade off, and then undo those 4, and it comes off. Hook the belts onto there, and then feed them on. If need to, there's plenty of life in them. You don't have them any tighter than that.
I'm not going to be using those, so they'll probably last.
Yeah.
It's a toolbox. Occasionally?
Never.
Okay.
No. So if you have them too tight, that's when they jump, because they snatch and then they jump. So here's your tools. Yeah. There's another spare one of them that goes on the gearbox. Yeah. But I've never had a problem. They're all bits and pieces. Comes with your hammer, and this, they're left-handed. So the threads on these are left-handed.
Right.
So you go over like that,
okay.
and then you just knock it with that lump.
I'm recording this now so I can watch it back myself. So what you're telling me now is like my instruction video.
But yeah, they're left-handed thread.
Right.
So just remember to try and knock the blade off.
Yeah.
Left-handed. But
Well, hopefully I won't need to touch
There's
it.
a spare belt in there.
Oh, very good.
And a few bits and pieces.
Thank you, mate. That's amazing.
So.
You're gonna come in for a cup of tea now?
Oh, I'd love one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and the lads.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back then. Are you having a drive back with me, Chris? And we leave the boys to walk back mucky.
Yeah.
All right. Come on in. So your boys are going to get muddy. Me and Chris aren't stupid.
I've got food.
Yeah, you're sensible.
Yeah.
Jack, Harry, if you take them in the parlour and wash all your...
It's wet, so I
your-
knew it would be a bit muddy.
Yeah.
So I thought food.
Look, Harry, yeah, Wally. Right, we're going to stay... Harry! Oh, flipping it. Go in the parlour and wash all your wellies off, all right?
Yeah.
All right, lads.
Tell you what it is, since he's joined Young Farmers, they all wear dealer boots everywhere. So he won't take them off. He won't wear his wellies when he goes most places. Oh, sorry. Are your lads in Young Farmers yet? They're probably a bit young,
Do
aren't
you
they?
know what? There isn't one around over
isn't
anymore.
there?
We used to have one, but as there isn't any farms around, it's sort of all.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is.
Young Farmers is excellent for young lads, isn't
I
it?
think the nearest,
And lasses.
the nearest one around us, I think, is Bicester.
Right.
It's like, for me, that's 45 minutes to.
Oh, that's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mess in that field, isn't it? I ain't touching that for a while. It's going to sit there, I think. Well, I'm going to move it somewhere else at another date, but I have to just drop it there for now.
It's fine.
Look at them there. They're just walking back now through the mud. What a day, isn't it?
It is.
So you're saying it's wet up by you, is
Yeah,
it?
very wet.
Is it?
We had a floods come out 2 weeks ago, and they're still there.
Oh, I know. In fact, like, down there, you can see the floods across there, look. Can you see?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
You can just see across. That's not our land, that's the neighbours, but it's horrendous. I reckon it's probably got to be one of the wettest sort of Novembers for a long time,
Yeah,
because
right.
we've had...
Well, our bonfire night got cancelled.
Right.
So it's meant to be this Friday, but
Yeah.
the field's still
Is it?
sitting in water, so
Yeah.
whether or not we're going to get our firework.
Christmas,
I don't
save
know.
over Christmas. That's what it's for,
That's not a
isn't
bad
it?
idea, that.
Yeah, Christmas fireworks are always good, aren't they? Right, I'm going to turn this off now. We're heading in to have a cuppa. Chris, mate, thanks.
No
Really
problem.
kind of you to turn up here and bring this. And we'll see it in another video. Using that another day, alright? Crack on. Right, well that was yesterday when Chris and his young lads dropped off the topper. Had a load more rain since then. Look, I'll show you in a minute. I've back out where it in the field with it. Look, but look where we just reversed in here yesterday. Look, the flipping wheel rut's already filled with water. This is a quagmire. Look at that down there, my neighbour Reg Pierce. Look at that down there. Flipping it. Look at that. Look, rain down there. No good to anyone. But I thought, well, I come along here, I'm going to cover it up. I think I said before, ideally I want to keep all my machinery inside, but I haven't got the space for it. This time of year, the place is chocker with the cattle inside, everything. So I'm gonna put that plastic, that's old silage wrap on there. I'm gonna put that on there in a minute. But if we have a look here, Harry's already got a plan. We're gonna repaint all this in the summer, I think. It's a nice little project. It's already got a red under sort of coat on it. I guess it might have been originally red anyway, and someone's painted it green, unless that was the original undercoat. But we're gonna redo it all, I think, in green, or I'm not sure, green or red, which is best. Might better try and get all the red off and green off and start it again with red. I don't know, but it's a good solid bit of kit. I have to say, I really appreciate Chris dropping this off. We had a good chat in the farmhouse after he brought it in, and I think he kind of appreciates it'll come to a good home, and we'll be using that. I've had quite a thought about it actually. I might use it on top in the common in about January, Feb, when I normally do it with a hedge trimmer. Probably the most useful bit for me though will probably be when the cows are getting to, in the spring, the grass gets ahead of them, and when they get on some of it, it's a bit too stalky,
and they don't finish it up very well, and then what happens is you end up with a load of stale grass sort of left. This would be good to just get on top of that stale grass and sort of top it off. I think I've been talking about getting one of these for ages, so this would be really useful. Right, let's get this on here. This is a bit of top sheet off the clamp. It's pretty windy, I hope it don't blow away today. We'll get this over here. There's my lad's coach, look. That's Jack and Harry on there. They're just coming back from school. I mean, if Harry had seen me out here, he'd probably be out here. Let's get one of these on. Let's get that wrapped up, baby. I'm gonna have to come back out here with some more tyres another day, I think. Because it'll flap around a bit otherwise, that sheet. Don't want to get the gearbox and everything wet, that's the thing. So we can keep this dry for the winter out here, and then I'll think of a better. Oh, I'll put that on there for now. I kind of think I know what I'll do is I'll get some stones. Look, there's a stone. Use that one. I won't throw that on like I did with the tyre. There we go. Do we need another stone? Plenty of stone. Look, I'll end up losing my welly like Harry did yesterday. Oh, it's so flipping wet. Let's just take I want something fairly hefty in case it gets. Oh, that's pretty big. Oh, I'll just take. No, that's too light. Oh, no, I'll take the big one then. These are bits of block left over here for hardcore. Right. There we go. Let's see now. One more on the corner. One on the corner, another one down that end, isn't there? It's hard to justify a shed for bits of machinery that aren't particularly valuable. When you think, do you know that backyard shed I built, that cost me 20 grand, but we had a grant on it, so in the end it probably cost the farm about 10. But I could easily spend that again on another roof. I really could do with another roof over a bit more farmyard, but also I need a bit for something to put the kit like this. But if you go around any farm, you usually see some stuff outside. We've got chain arrows outside. That doesn't know outside, it's so solid. We repainted that a few years ago. Look, it's already flaking off, that's annoying. It looks like that bit's come off where I've hit it. Look, I don't know what I hit that with. And that's obviously rubbed off. But this doesn't matter, the main thing is keep it off the ground. Look, those tyres, keep it off the ground, stop the frame rotting from below. The last one I had, the frame rotted from below because it was left on the ground. JCB, right, that's covered up for now. Oh, it's so windy out here. That'll do for now, cover that. I don't think that's going to go anywhere, I might blow up a little bit. Let's just pull that on the edge there. Right, and I think I'll move it, when I use that in the spring, I'll put it somewhere a little bit better and tidier than that. I don't want to leave it like that forever. So we got ourselves a topper, hooray! Oh, flipping heck. Roll on summer, I say. Right, crack on everyone. Got myself a topper!